All right, welcome back to Fast Money. Boeing topping the tape today, soaring 4%. The CEO of Boeing's commercial division telling suppliers that the company is seeing strong signs of, quote, global market resilience and recovery, according to a memo obtained by Reuters. That stock gaining altitude this quarter, up almost 62% since October, the best performing Dow component during that period. So how much more fuel is left in this trade? Guy Dami, I'm going to come over to you because I just dropped a bunch of puns. I know you appreciate them.
Yeah, no, and that's beautifully done by you. Tim's been all over this, and it has rallied significantly to your point. My concern about Boeing at these levels now is valuation. And, you know, even if you give them $4 of earnings next year, which is probably somewhat generous, you're still talking about a stock trading close to 50 times earnings. Again, expensive. It wasn't expensive a few months ago. It's getting there now. Now, they can grow into those earnings without question. I think you have to ask yourself, is this run going to sort of stall out here when we do a back and fill? I think we will. I'll say I thought we would do that about $8 or $9 ago as well in the stock.
All right, Tim, you're the Boeing person in this whole situation. Been hearing a lot about Boeing today, actually. 4 different variations of the MAX out there. They're really counting on sales of the MAX to boost their free cash flow targets going into fiscal year 2025. I heard a stat, $50 million for each plane. $10 million of that is free cash flow off each sale. That's pretty impressive numbers. What do you think?
Well, it's a cash flow story, Frank, and that's really what it was when the stock was $350. And despite all the sadness and the tragedy around these MAX 7 crashes, that hasn't really been what's derailed the company, and COVID derailed the company. And if you listen to the November order book update, not only were there 15 more planes than a year ago, but 787s, which are their most profitable plane, there was a significant more. So again, the Boeing story is about free cash flow. This MAX certification extension they got in the omnibus bill this week was very good. But remember, this is duopoly. If you think airlines and airline industry is going to reaccelerate, you're owning Boeing.
So, Tim, I know we're talking about the omnibus bill and some of the other tailwinds for this. But in general, this whole MAX story has been pretty troubled. Obviously, it goes all the way back to 2019. We don't have to revisit the tragedy there. But just going forward, what do you see as the outlook for MAX, especially when it's so important to this company's free cash flow, their targets, and other metrics that are really important to analysts?
I think it's really important to all the major airlines as well. They want Boeing to succeed. They have to replace aircraft, and we know this, and this is what they've all talked about. And I listen to what United said and what Delta has said specifically, and those are pretty bullish CEOs right now. So, again, the story for Boeing's share price is not really about the sadness of the MAX tragedy. It's really about a company getting back to being a company that's really well run and has 25 to 30 bucks of free cash flow per share, which is what they had, which was a 10% free cash flow yield. I think they're going to be there in 2 years.